Hey guys, this is Kami Ken, and today I wanted to go over my first encounter with quote unquote brain rot and how it's kind of grown and evolved up until today. Back when I was in the Kubert School, I was 22 when I first entered the Kubert School, and I had just finished like maybe a year and a half of working in a cubicle at a job that I hated, but I needed the money for it, and I was saving up a lot of cash for going to school. And when I got there, there were a lot of teenagers from like straight out of high school, and most of them didn't last. Most of them got too nervous and had to go home, or they couldn't handle the responsibility of being out of their parents' place for the first time ever. So a lot of them left early, but the way they spoke, a lot of the younger ones, the way they spoke was kind of weird and off-putting to me, where they would talk in kind of chopped up sentences, memes and references to things that I would understand. I would understand what the reference is, but it's like they would only talk in references and memes. Like, it would be, you could have a conversation with them. You could, definitely, for sure. But I guess when they were joking around, they wouldn't really tell jokes. It was weird. Like, the jokes would be just something that they saw on the internet, or something that they read, or something from Twitter or Instagram or whatever, but it would never be like an actual thing. And I was just like it would never be a full-on like joke or story about their life or something cool that happened to them. It would be something that they experienced just online, and half the time I couldn't really understand them or relate. And I was wondering, like, what is going on? It's like their brains are short-circuited or something. Their brains are melted, or even in my head, the idea of rot came across, and I was just like, it's like their brains are rotted out a little bit, like they got rotten brains or something. And it's not like they were bad or that they had bad ideas, but there would be times where they would talk about, like, they would brag over how deviant the manga they were reading was. Like, oh, you read that? Oh, that's nothing compared to the stuff I've read. That one, the stuff I've read has this, and that, and it would shock you, like. And I was just like, is that really something to be proud of? Is that really like? It seems like the kind of stuff that would make my stomach turn, And while we did get along, I just, on a fundamental level, couldn't really understand like their mindset or what they were talking about specifically. And I was just like, I just got this bad feeling in my head where I didn't want to get too deep into the types of things they like to try to relate. I just wanted to keep to the things that I liked and stay back with that. And now it's like it's taken over, not necessarily the whole world, but it's like it's taken over as way more than just the younger generation, way more than just the young people I was interacting with when I was in the Kubert School. It's like almost most people's minds are short-circuited to some extent, and they have a shorter attention span, and their sentences are choppy, and they can only focus on like TikToks and YouTube videos and that kind of thing. And I'm just wondering, like, where do we go from here? Because if the only thing that keeps people's attention is short form content and maybe longer form stuff in terms of movies, what are people trying to do to kind of mitigate that brain rot that's going on in their head, or the brain rot that they see other kids experiencing. Like, what are the ideas of the solutions that people are trying to come up with to counteract what's going on with people's minds? The only thing I can do on my end is really create my own comic and focus on trying to build something, create something that will have a lasting impact, lasting effect, that will make you want to read it, and then hopefully make you see life differently and try to experience life differently in some way. I'm not by any means trying to use my manga or my comic to change anyone's life or change anyone's mind. I'm just trying to entertain you the best I can with a story that has a soul to it, the story that has a point to it, a whole reason for existing. Like, it's not just there to be consumed and then tossed away like it's nothing. Like, it's there to be consumed and thought about and maybe apply to your own life. Like, just think about, like, what if I was in the same situation as the character in this comic or in this story? Because the stories that I've read in the past, the stories that have inspired me in the past, give me strength even now to this day, where there can be times where I'm just feeling down or feeling like I can't do something, and then I just remember, like, oh yeah, these guys kept going no matter what obstacle was in their way, and I can do the same thing too. Like, I have that strength inside me too. Whereas if all your mind consumes is cookie cutter, quick hit, potato chip content online, then your mind's going to be anemic. Your mind's going to be bloated with nothing. Like, you're not going to have that depth to you. Even I'm not that quote unquote like deep. Like, I want to read more novels and dive into longer form content that isn't content but is actually just literature, like books and TV shows and movies that are actually like fulfilling, or things that actually make me think more. And yeah, I want to be a creator of that kind of stuff, the stuff that has a soul to it, and consume more stuff that has a soul to it. Right now I'm rewatching Rurouni Kenshin, and I'm just enjoying it. I'm just like, oh yeah, I remember really loving this show as a kid. It was actually my first experience of anime when I was younger, and now I'm just enjoying it even more than when I was a kid. So yeah, I'm currently making a webcomic called Saintly. It's a demon chase horror comic about two best friends who have to outrun the demon loan sharks that they borrowed from. It's basically a combination of Scooby-Doo and K-pop Demon Hunters without the K-pop. And basically it backs the main character into a corner where they have to decide between the hard path to success or lose their soul to the lure of easy money. And I'm still in the process of creating it. I'm on the coloring process right now, but I hope you go ahead and check that out in the link in the description, where you can read the whole first chapter for free. It's still kind of I have to do another dialogue pass over it, but for now you'll be able to get the full story, the full idea of what I'm going for in black and white. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.